Welcome back to Cronkite News. I'm Andrew Kurland with your Cronkite Sports Report. No, we're not in the studio, as mentioned, here at Sloan Park here in Mesa, where spring training is underway. Cubs versus White Sox, one of 4 games in this opening day of spring training. As for the rest of the league, they're going to have a shorter window to get started before the regular season starts. Giants manager Gabe Kepler talked about the keys to success for their team.
One other theme that we touched on was unselfishness. We saw that be a very effective way to run a clubhouse, run a dugout, run our between the lines work.
March Madness is underway today, but for U of A fans, the number 1 seeded men's team plays tomorrow in San Diego. The number 4 women's U of A basketball team plays on Saturday in Tucson. Both of those teams looking to make deep runs into this tournament. Now, ASU, their season is over, but there's one shining spot for the team, and that came with Bobby Hurley, who got a chance to coach his son, Bobby Hurley Jr. Cronkite News reporter Colt Almodovar got a chance to look into that father-son duo.
Arizona State freshman guard Bobby Hurley Jr. and his father, head coach Bobby Hurley, embody the phrase like father, like son. Not only do the two have the same name, but they're also on the same team. On the court, Hurley Jr. dons the number 11 jersey like his dad once did, using the path of his pops to make his own legacy.
He is arguably the most prestigious college point guard of all time, and he did it at 6 foot, 165 pounds. So, he's in the same boat I am.
For Hurley Jr., being the son of a basketball icon can bring along some added pressure. However, the Hurleys have always kept their focus on hooping.
My husband never put any kind of pressure on him. He said, basketball should be fun. You should enjoy doing it. And if you're enjoying it, then that's all that matters.
Hurley Jr. and his father have always shared a love for the game, a passion that has brought them together on the same court once again.
When I was finishing up in the NBA and playing, and I'd have Bobby out on the court and he's crawling after the ball, so I could still see that visual. It's crazy how time flies.
I remember when I was 5 years old in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I would shoot in the backyard with my dad, and we would shoot 20 shots, and we'd go back inside and watch the Celtics in the finals. So we both love basketball, and that's something we've always had.
During their time in Florida, Coach Hurley would often take his son to March Madness games, including a time when the two got to watch ASU, a school that seemed to catch the attention of young Hurley Jr.
The Sun Devils were there. That was when James Harden was there, so got to watch them win one game. And I think Bobby was 4 years old then, and he loved Sparky, so there was something always clicking there from way back when.
After playing his high school ball at Scottsdale's Notre Dame Prep, Hurley Jr. decided to stay in the Valley and become a Sun Devil, keeping the Hurleys together in Tempe.
It's such a joy for me, as a parent, to be able to have that quality time with him, and these days aren't going to last forever.
Off the court, Hurley Jr. hopes to become a basketball TV analyst. And who knows, maybe this father-son duo could team up once again down the road in the broadcast booth. In Tempe, Colt Almodovar, Cronkite News.
GCU women's basketball team lost in the first round of the WNIT last night. They fell to the University of New Mexico 92-72. Despite the 20-point loss, this was the Lopes' best season since becoming a Division I team back in 2013. GCU won 22 games on the year. We have an update on Brittney Griner's situation in Russia. A Russian state news agency is reporting a Moscow court extended her arrest to May 19th. Griner has been detained in Russia since mid-February on drug charges. With the Mercury starting their season on May 6th, they will most likely have to begin play without Griner, who helped them lead to a WNBA Finals last season. Finally, college basketball is not the only tournament to begin. The best wrestlers in the country are making their way to Detroit for the NCAA Division I championship. Cronkite News reporter Shane Fricke has a closer look at ASU's hopes for a title.
The ASU wrestling team is coming off their 3rd straight Pac-12 championship after narrowly beating Oregon State and Tempe last week. And even though every trophy is important, the Sun Devils have their sights set on something bigger.
A little bit of the new normals to win the Pac-12 championship. I think it's kind of something they expect. Obviously, having 6 champions feels good. But the real show is coming, right? That's the NCAA Tournament in 2 weeks.
Big aspirations of winning the NCAA Tournament comes with pressure. For Coach Jones, he knows it's important to keep his athletes level-minded.
People tend to get weird at championship time. The pressure, oh my God, I gotta win. For us, it's really just being thankful and grateful for the opportunity. We're grateful that we get to be here, thankful we get to be in this situation.
Jones's message of being grateful has helped undefeated heavyweight wrestler Colton Schultz keep his nerves down and his excitement up.
Got to remind myself just to be grateful that being a top guy. Sure, there's a lot of targets on, a lot of people looking to beat you, but at the same time, I know I got a great support system cheering me on, and I know on my best day I can beat anybody.
The Sun Devils are taking 7 wrestlers to the tournament this year, 6 champions and 1 at-large bid. These 7 wrestlers aim to bring home the team national championship trophy, a feat that hasn't been done since 1988. In Tempe, Shane Fricke, Cronkite News.
Well, we're soaking it all in here at Sloan Park. So good to be back, to have fans back. And like we've mentioned, there's only 3 weeks to catch the spring training, so you better get here. I think I might stay here a little bit longer, but hold down it for me in the studio.